Routers are a big part of woodworking, so we decided to share a few router table tips to make sure you get the most from your router table. Use both large and small bearings on your router bits. Most of the time when we attach a bearing to a bit, it has a smaller diameter than the bit itself. This works great for milling standard rabbets. But don't miss out on what you can achieve when you attach a bearing with a diameter that's larger than your bit. Using a larger bearing gives you the ability to create an exact offset to make a bigger profile. When you need to mill a slot in a board which has to have defined start and stop points, use your router table to make it perfect. Lay out your slot and drill start and stop points at the drill press. Close your fences so that the seam between the two serves as an index to the bit location. This gives you a defined start point. Run the cut along your layout lines and stop when you hit your second hole. You now have an exactly sized slot for your needs. Leaving too large of an opening around your spinning router bit can hurt both you and your wood. Use a reducing ring set to close that opening to its smallest available size. Not only does this keep you from accidentally getting fingers in the way, but it will keep thin boards from accidentally dropping into that opening. That would ruin the cut and possibly your day. Safety counts. Router plate reducing rings aren't just a good idea, they're mandatory. Enclosing your router does more than just corral sawdust. It can also make your shop experience quieter for everyone. We measured the decibel output of our standard 3¼ horsepower router in our dust cube. With the door open, we maxed out at 104 decibels. With it closed, we measured 98 decibels. Every increase of 3 decibels is a doubling of perceived volume. Every reduction of 3 decibels is a halving of perceived volume, and the scale is logarithmic. By enclosing our working router, we reduce the noise level by 6 decibels. That's 1/4 the amount of ambient noise. While you may be wearing hearing protection, often the people around you are not. Preserve the peace and protect your hearing by enclosing one of your noisiest tools. Most of the time we install our bit close to the fence faces to be just near the spinning bit and simply run our cuts. And most of the time this is just fine with generally acceptable results. The better strategy is to support those wood fibers. The first step is to align the fence with the depth of cut you want to take. The second step is to lock down the fence, but loosen just the infeed fence face. Turn on the router and then gently feed the infeed side fence into the spinning bit. This will cut an exact profile of your bit into that fence face. Then lock down the fence face. Now run your stock. As your bit cuts, you fully support the wood fibers. Tear out and other problems go away. Make zero clearance faces for your most popular router profiles and keep them handy.